Welcome, I'm Lenore Kulek, and this is Look Great, Feel Great, the Fitness, Health, and Beauty Show. I'm glad you could join me. Learning to cope with stress is very important for our physical and emotional health. So today, let's learn to relax and also to stretch at the same time. And we'll start with our deep breaths. So put on some soft music, which I'll do in a moment. Place the hands together at the heart, and take a deep breath, lifting up, and then release. And slowly bring the arms down. And we're taking long, slow, deep breaths. Breathing in, lift up. Breathing in through the nose and then relaxing also out through the nose. We're standing tall. We have our soft music. Lift and release. All right, let's move on now to Tai Chi, feet together, and we're going to part the clouds. So palms facing together. Step forward on the right, come through, and then open them up, part the clouds. And breathe and release. Come through. Shift your weight forward and back. Forward and back. One more time. Reach in, open up. Now we're going to close with a graceful conclusion. Feet together, circle in, breathe in, push down, breathe out. And let's continue to flow on the left side and back. To modify it a little bit as we shift the weight, lift your toe on the front as you go back. So lifting the toe and then shift back. And breathe, release, and one more time. Breathe and release. Close the form, we're centered. And release. Let's step into horse stance, feet apart, toes out. This is the passing cloud. Lift up. And at face level, take it to the side, shift your weight. Watch it go by. As it comes down, lift up on the other side. Take it to that side. And breathe and release. And breathe and release. And you're watching the clouds go by, which relaxed us when we were young. And let's bring that back. And we're being what they call mindful. Just concentrating on our breathing and the form as we physically do it, and let them harmonize, breathing in as we lift, breathing out as we open to the side. And they call this meditation in motion, which you can feel it as you do it. Really very relaxing. And let's close with a graceful conclusion. Moving on, we're going to step forward and scoop up the C. So scoop, then lean back and look at the sky. Scooping. And lift. Breathe and release. Being mindful, form plus breathing. Let them harmonize so that you're in harmony physically and emotionally. Graceful conclusion centers us. Breathe and then release. And now let's take the left foot and scoop it up and look at the sky. Just shifting the weight. That's it, lifting the toe as you go back, breathing and releasing. Breathe, and you feel the whole body relax, the body and mind. It's called a holistic exercise. Breathe, and then we close the form. Horse stance, feet apart, toes out. And let's start with elbows bent, palms facing in. This is called lunge and flow. Lunge to the right, breathe in, and then flow by circling the arms around. So let's breathe in and of course breathe out as you flow. We're taking it to the right side. Breathe and release. Lunge and flow. Being mindful. Letting go of things that bother you. Concentrating instead on the form and the breathing and keeping them in harmony. And one more time. Breathe. Release. Close the form. And then elbows out, lunge to the left, lunge and flow. That's it. And let the whole person relax. And not only are we improving circulation and balance, but we're reducing blood pressure and pulse rate, getting lower and slower, so we physically truly relax. Breathe, release, and one more time, breathe, release, and then close the form with a graceful conclusion. Okay, this time let's stand feet shoulder width apart. I'm going to do an energy massage. Make a light fist And starting at your upper back, gently just lightly press on the body to stimulate the energy massage. Then open the hands, and we're going to stimulate down the outside of the legs and then up the inside. And you can see that this again improves circulation. And then think Tarzan, gently at the chest with a light fist. And let's do a cleansing breath. Breathe, and we're stimulating circulation and the organs under the areas that we were pulsing. And release. Okay, the next, hands together at the heart. Let's do some yoga poses, and we'll start with breathing, lifting up. And we're going to bring it down the center, breathing out. Again, breathing in and out through the nose. Then open the arms out to the sides, breathe in. Hinge forward, breathing out. Then let the arms dangle down, let the head dangle down. Think of a rag doll, letting go. And then slowly we roll up. And relaxation is actually a letting go. We want to let go of things, particularly emotionally. And let's lift up, breathe. Stretching, release as we bring it down, breathing out through the nose. Breathe in, open. Hinge forward from the hips, and the best part, let it go, let go. Let go physically, let go emotionally. And like a rag doll, we just swing in the breeze. And then roll up, one step at a time, one vertebrae at a time. And one more time, hands at the heart. Breathe in, lift. Release your breath as we come down. Open up, breathe in here, then breathe out as we fold forward and let go. Okay, and then rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last. We'll bring the feet together. Breathe and then step back on the right. Okay, so toe is pointing out, front knee is bent. Left arm is forward, palm facing you. The other hand is parallel to the back leg. And let's look at the palm, hold. Breathe and then release, and we'll bring it to the starting position. And now let's step back on the other side. Stretching, looking, hold, and then bring it back and together. And breathe and step back on the right, stretch forward, and this is one of the warrior poses, and then bring it together. And then one more time, step back on the left, stretch up, look, hold the pose. Then breathe, and we'll bring it back to center. Okay, focus your eyes straight ahead, and let's lift the leg out to the side. Bring the arms up, breathe and open, oops, and hold, and then bring it down. Okay, again, hands at the heart, focus, lift the knees out, lift up, out to the sides, hold, and then bring it together. And we'll bring it down. Let's do a cleansing breath. And breathe and release. And if we make a little mistake, we don't get upset. We're a work in progress. We're working on it. And stretch. Stretching up. We're doing our stretches now. And bring it to center. Breathe in and stretch forward. Breathing out as we stretch. Don't lean forward on this one. You're just stretching your upper back. Then breathe in as you bring the arms in and turn to the right. And stretch. And then bring it in, breathe in. And let's stretch to the left and hold. And bring it in, breathe in. And we'll stretch down. There we go, good. If this bothers your back, bend your knees. Okay, then let's again roll up one vertebrae at a time. And the next stretch, we'll bring the hands in the lower back, lean back, lifting the chin just slightly, and we hold. Okay, the next one, stand tall and round the arms, palms up. We're going to do what's called centering. So breathe, lift the arm, the right arm up and around and down, back to center. And breathe. And we're centering ourselves emotionally. We're centered and focused. And physically. And especially you can feel it in the shoulder joint, because we're also working on keeping the joints healthy as well as stretching the muscles. So breathe and bring it back to center. And we switch to the left side, lift, breathe, circle it around. Let the breathing work harmoniously again with the movement that we've been doing all along. Breathing in and breathing out. Hands on the hips. Breathe, and as you release, turn to the right, rear and to the right, hold. Then back to center, breathe. And then to the left, breathe out as we stretch. Go as far as your body lets you go without hurting. And back to the center. Always use common sense when you're doing exercise. It should feel right. And hold. And back to the center, breathe in. And then to the left, hold. And bring it back to the center. Let's do a cleansing breath again. Breathe in. And then turn away and release. And shake it out. Let's come to the floor next. Okay. And we're sitting tall, just as we had good posture standing, we want good posture sitting. And let's take the serenity pose. So sitting tall, pressing the hands together. And when you breathe in, I'd like you to imagine that you're breathing serenity, peacefulness, and calm into your body. So breathe in, feeling more calm and serene. And as you breathe out, imagine stress leaving the body with the breath. Then open up to the courage pose. Hand gestures that'll help infuse these types of things into the body. So we're thinking courage in as we breathe in. And as we release, anything negative comes out. And then interlock. We'll touch the thumb and the index finger for strength. And think of breathing strength into your body. More the emotional and psychological strength. Physical strength we'll do another time. So breathe it in and slowly release. Negativity coming out. Okay, let's open the hands and raise them up as if you were holding a big beach ball, which we'll take side to side to the right. And then breathe in and we'll take it to the left. And breathe in. Take it to the right, and then breathe in, and as you release, we'll take it to the left. Not letting the backside come off the floor. Then come to center, release your breath as we come down to the floor, and hold. Feel the stretch in the glutes and back, and then breathe, and as you release, sweep it over to the right. Again, the backside should remain in contact with the floor. And then breathe, and as you release, let's take it over to the left side, and hold. Always feeling good. Come back to the center, breathe, and we'll come up. And let's take the right leg out. Okay. Flexing the foot, we'll touch the toe and stretch over. If you can't touch the toe, grasp your ankle, your calf, whatever you can reach. Again, we're working to improve. You don't have to be perfect. Okay, come up. Grasp the ankle, and with the other hand, assist the stretch. Again, thinking of the hip joint. So we want to keep the joints flexible and through a range of motion, as well as keeping the muscles flexible and limber. Okay, then lift up. We're rocking the baby. So hold the baby, and we'll rock. And then take that leg over the other leg, and as best you can, try to touch your toes. So we're stretching. And this is called the functional stretch, so you can, whatever you need to cut toenails, whatever it is, you should have this flexibility. So let's work on that. Doing the same thing on the other side. Take the left leg out, right leg in, stretch to the toe, and then over, and we'll hold. Okay, then come up, breathe, and we'll grasp the ankle, and with the other hand, gently press, assisting the stretch. And then lift up, and we'll do the rock the baby. We hold. Okay, then leg over the leg, stretch forward and hold. Again, the goal is to try to be able to touch your toes best you can. If you can't do it today, maybe you'll be able to do it another day. Okay, coming up, soles of the feet together. And let's hold the toes and gently pulse. And then holding the ankles round the elbows and press forward, feeling a groin, inner thigh. Okay, then coming up Extend the legs, flexing the feet, and I'm also working the hands, you'll notice. Point and flex, and point and flex, point. One more time, and then let's go into circles, circle around, 2, 3, and reverse. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and come back to your easy pose. Sitting tall, bring the hands behind the back, and you can feel the stretch already, holding either wrists or forearms. Let's work on the neck and the upper back by bringing the chin to the chest. Breathe, and then rotate to the right. Then breathe and release, and we'll take it over to the left. Working on the neck. This takes the joint through range of motion and stretches the muscles around the neck. So breathe and release. And then back to the center and face straight ahead. Release your arms and just shake them out. And then lift up, breathe, and now we'll press in, chin to the chest. And then breathe, open up, elbows back, chin is lifted. So we stretch out the upper back. And then as the elbows go back, we stretch open the chest and let the lungs really expand. And breathe and release, bringing it in. And then open up. All right, bring your arms down, palms up in the courage position, and let's do shoulder relaxation, lifting up on the right, and relax. And the left, lift, release, and lift. You may even find you get a little sleepy doing this because of the relaxation factor, which is a good thing. And lift, and release one more time on the left, lift it, and release, breathe, and let's roll the shoulders back, roll them back, and imagine the stress melting away out of your neck and back, out of your body into the floor. Then breathe, and let's go in the other direction. Again, any tension that's left is melting away. And then let's take a nice deep cleansing breath, long, slow, and deep. And release slowly. Okay, and now let's turn and come down to the side on our backs. Okay, and I'd like you to take the right arm and the left leg, flex the foot and do an opposite limb stretch, and then release. Take it back to starting position and let's do the other side. So it's left arm, right leg, and stretch, make yourself tall, and then release. And now both arms and both legs, flex the feet, stretch the arms. We're 6 feet tall. You're feeling tall and lean and stretch. And then relax your breath and let go. Great. Okay, bend the knees. Take the right leg over the left and bring them towards the chest, where we'll grasp the ankles and rock side to side. Okay, then place the bottom foot on the floor, arms out to the side, shoulder height, and let the right leg take both legs over to the right. And we'll hold. Go as far as your body lets you go, and then relax into that stretch. And then come to center. Unhook, let's breathe. Cross the left leg over, bring the knees in towards the chest, grasp your ankles, and let's rock side to side. This feels good. Then the bottom foot touches the floor. Breathe, bringing the arms out to the side, shoulder height, and now let's take both legs over to the left. Go as far as your body feels comfortable, and then relax into the stretch, and we'll hold it there. Relax. Okay, come to the center, unhook. Breathe and hug the right knee in, holding under the thigh. Point the toe to the ceiling as we extend the leg. And now we're doing the ankle circles. Ankle circles, then reverse it, and then bring it in and down. I might mention that a lot of people like to do these exercises without shoes on or without sneakers. Just make sure you're in a safe place, that you're not going to step on something that'll hurt your foot. Okay, so we're circling around, and let's go in the other direction, and then bring it in. Okay, bring the leg down, and extend the legs one at a time as I bring my arms down along the sides, palms up. and let each foot go to its own side. And think of melting into the floor. Okay, take your deep breath. And as you breathe out, think of making a little smile and think of saying he, whispering he, so it sounds like this. So another way to breathe out through the teeth, whispering H-E-E-E. Let's try that again. So breathing in 8 counts. And you can close your eyes at this point if you really want to get into deeper relaxation. And then we'll release. And it should sound like wind through the trees. Okay. And then I'd like you to put a smile on your face, a slight smile, because when you smile, it releases mood-enhancing hormones. So try to smile inwardly to yourself and outwardly to others, and your body will put those good hormones out for you. And while you have your smile, let's close our eyes. And I'd like to do a little quick meditation with you, where we'll meditate on the setting sun. And imagine you're standing on a beach, and you're watching the sun set into the ocean, and it's a beautiful golden hue. And you can see the gold reflecting onto the water and onto the beach. And it seems to have magical powers for good. So we're going to look at that golden sunset and just take a silent moment just to concentrate or meditate on that silent moment and that golden sun. And then we're ready to wiggle fingers and toes. Open your eyes if they were closed. Breathe, and one at a time, let's bend the knees. Okay, we'll just stay there for a moment. And then we'll go to the side, rolling onto our side. This is the best way to get up. Okay, and slowly using your hands to help yourself to get up. Okay, and you almost feel sleepy from that meditation. That was a very short meditation. On your own, you could do that for much longer, 10 or 15 minutes. But let's go to all fours. Point the toes and let's sit back to the child's pose. So you're sitting back, stretching the arms forward. Then come up to tabletop. Breathe, and as you release, round the back, chin to the chest, pelvis comes forward, navel in and up, and we're doing an angry cat. And then release, putting the arch in the back and neck. And hold, and breathe, and release, rounding the back. Hold. This is good for the spine and back. And back to the all fours, putting the arch in the neck and back. And one more time, the angry cat. We round the back. Hold, stretching away the vertebrae to undo the constant compression of gravity. Okay, tuck your toes under, breathe, and as you release, lift the backside up for the downward facing dog. Let the head and neck relax. Feel the power also in the shoulders and arms. And then breathe, and we'll gently place the knees down, and we'll point the toes under. Okay, let's wag the dog. Breathe, and we'll take the hips to the right, then to the left. Just take it side to side, wagging your tail. And let the energy go up the spine, and let the head and neck go to the same side, side to side. And one more to either side. Beautiful. And let's sit back to the cat's pose and hold. Come up, breathe in, tuck your toes under, and lift up to the downward facing dog. Hold it, letting the head and neck relax. Feel the power in the shoulders and arms. Then breathe, and we'll gently come down, pointing the toes, and again, sit back. And hold. Okay, let's come up again, tuck your toes under,
Let's walk back, lifting the knees. If you have a bad back, you can place your hands on your thighs or just roll up. Okay, and let's take our deep breaths again. Breathe and release. And breathe and release our cleansing breaths. One more time, breathe. Know that breathing alone, taking long deep breaths, can start to relax you. Okay, feet together. Let's part the clouds. Back. So that we've come back from where we started. We're parting the clouds. Graceful conclusion. Breathe and release. Come forward on the left. Come through and open, lifting the toe as we go back. Flowing through, parting the clouds. And let's do a graceful conclusion. Horse stance. Let's stay with those clouds and watch the passing cloud. And lift, take it to the side. At face level, watch it go by. And breathe and release. And maybe this reminds you when you were a child and you would lie down and look at the clouds go by. So we're still doing that today. Lifting and open, breathing, release, flowing effortlessly, side to side. One more graceful conclusion. Okay, and then let's scoop up the sea, and look at the sky. Scoop and open. Scoop, open, one more, scoop and open, and a graceful conclusion. And finally, our sun salutation. Lift, breathe, bring it into the heart, and hinge forward, indicating end of session. And my thought for today is not to let fear and regret rob you of joy today. Namaste.